Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the KOM Cycling Saddle Tool Roll. Saddle tool rolls are a streamlined way to carry gear and tools on the bike. They replace traditional rigid saddlebags with a much smaller and sleeker folding design. What we have here today is the new KOM Cycling Saddle Tool Roll, and it's part of their new ATOP Dial lineup of accessories, and they use an ATOP Dial rather than traditional Velcro straps. In terms of packaging, it's very simple. You have the actual saddle roll placed directly on top of a cardboard backing, as the KOM Cycling logo and their white, red, and black color scheme. Instructions are directly printed on the back, and you can see it's actually just strapped on directly, so we can simply take that off and then we'll go over the specs. So retail price on this is $39.99. However, it is on Amazon currently for half that price. It is a streamlined storage solution, so being a nylon construction, it's flexible, so the less gear you have, the smaller it is, and the more gear you have, the bulkier it is, so you can really tune it to what you actually need. It has a single ATOP dial. The difference between ATOP and BOA, you can see it tightens in one direction and then loosen in the other. That's the only difference. You don't pull up. It's a water resistant coating, so a PVC coating on the exterior that'll keep your gear safe even in wet or colder climates. It has an elastic outer strap to hold the form, so you can see with the ATOP dial loose, you have this Velcro elastic strap on the exterior. And on the inside, you actually have 3-pocket design, which gives you a lot of capacity to carry tubes, gear, tubeless repair kits, or anything else you need. Now let's take a look at the weight of the tool roll. Putting it on the scale, it comes in at 106 grams, so quite light thanks to the nylon construction. Now let's go over the fit and finish of the KOM Cycling Saddle Roll. What's nice about a saddle roll is it's a lot more compact than a traditional saddle bag and offers you the flexibility to really fold things together and keep everything in place. You can see in terms of design, very simple black finish, and you have this nice diamond pattern on the outside portion. It has almost rubberized texture. It's likely just mostly polyester fabric composition. You have a Velcro strap that goes around the outer portion to compress everything together. You can see you just pull that up, tighten it. And then you have the ATOP dial with a dial closure that wraps around the main body. Now this is where the saddle bag would go. So your saddle rails would go here and it would hang like this. And you can see plenty of space here. So depending on what kind of bike you have, it should work. And it can also be mounted in other locations with a simple design. So you could even mount this on your frame if you needed it. What's really unique about this though is the fact that it has the ATOP dial. It's very similar to a BOA dial, but the difference here is that it's a rotating one direction to tighten, and you can see it pulls the cables inside and winds it up. And then to do a release, you don't pull up, you rotate. So, and then it's in a full release mode, and you can see a lot of slack. These are nice thin wires that shouldn't scratch your saddle rails either. I'll go ahead and open this up. So it has a plastic hook here and it sort of locks into place. You just pull it. So once that's open, then you pull the Velcro, open that up, and you can see this is why it's called a saddle roll, because it rolls up. So the top flap goes open, and then inside you have 3 pockets. It's an all black design, which is one downside, and there are no additional hooks or anything on the inside. So just 3 pockets, insides are empty, and you can put whatever gear you need. So if you have a tire, you can put that in the largest one in the middle. And then accessories like the KOM Cycling tire lever in one, a micro tool, and anything else you might need. Then you simply fold it up in place. First you pull the flap, and then fold it over. Pull the strap over to hold it, and then put this on your bike. So unlike a saddle bag, which you can access on the bike, you actually have to take this off to use it. But the advantage here, it's more compact, and you don't have the bulk or rigid structure, so it can actually flex to whatever you need. And you can see, you can put all your gear you need in here. It is still on the small side, so you can't carry too many tubes or larger tools. They have to be within this couple inch size, otherwise it will kind of stick out. But definitely a sleek design, and with the ATOP dial, It makes it easy to put on or take off the bike really quickly as you just lock into place and then do a quick adjustment. Here you can see the saddle roll installed on our bike. You can see it's a much smaller, compact form factor than a traditional saddlebag, which has a rigid structure. Everything is nice and folded flat. The ATOP dial is easily accessible on the side, and you can see you can pull it loose to easily take it off if needed, and then lock it up when you're ready. The big downside to any saddle roll design is you do have to take it off to access any object in there. So you can see to take it off, pull it, take off the hook, slide it out, and then it's accessible now. Then you access what you need, fold it up again, pull the strap around, and then you want to simply, to reinstall, you want to align this little flap section along the saddle rail. So you push this through and then pull the hook onto the corresponding side. And that's it. Here's a side shot of it as well. You can see it's nice and compact. It stays in place fairly well, but it will jiggle around because it only has one contact point. So you just have to simply tighten this up enough where it won't wiggle too much. Now let's compare the KOM Cycling tool roll with other storage solutions on the market. One of the most direct comparisons here is a traditional saddlebag. Let's say EVOC BOA saddlebag. And you can see it's a lot bulkier. It has a rigid structure. This is designed for trail riding, so it is larger with a extendable capacity. But you can see the nice thing about a tool roll is that it folds flat when there's nothing in there, and it can grow as you need more items. So it looks a lot sleeker on the bike versus a traditional saddlebag. The big downside to any saddle roll is the fact that you have to open it up and unroll it to access the tools or components. While a normal saddlebag has a little zippered pocket, or like this, just a little hooked pocket that you can open without removing it from the bike. KOM Cycling also has other ATOP Dial accessories like the frame strap. You can see very similar design, same cross hatching material, and similar one ATOP Dial. So full tighten in one direction, other direction full loosen. The difference here is the wire system on the frame strap is a soft nylon, so it doesn't scratch your frame, while this is a traditional harder wire, and it's designed to carry more weight than the little frame strap is. Otherwise, very similar design elements. They're designed to mount anywhere. You can put on your saddle roll, or you can even put on your top tube with a little flexible mounting system. One other nice comparison is the Topeak Burrito Pack. It's actually the same price as the KOM Cycling at $40. And very similar, you can see you have a soft fabric construction, but they use a Velcro on the Topeak versus the ATOP Dial on the KOM. So you can see we've been using the Burrito Pack for a while, and the Velcro just starts to show its age. It gets dirt and dust. The main differences between the design, aside from the Velcro, the fact that it uses two elastic straps on the side versus the KOM Cycling, which uses the one strap. I like the dual strap a little bit better. Once you open it up, you can see the Topeak one looks a bit fancier. It has a different, more organic looking texture to it. And it has this embroidery in the yellow that really makes it look more premium, even though it's the same price. It's also slightly larger, as you can see side by side. And the other nice thing about the Topeak is that it has Velcro to hold the tool rolled cap on. And it also has a stronger yellow accent color on the inside versus the all black of the KOM. That's one really nice thing about the Topeak is that you can actually see on the inside, being a bright yellow, you can spot whatever's in there more readily than you can with the all black design of the KOM. So little small things potentially could get lost here. The other thing is this one has little hoops in here built in on one of the pockets. And that lets you put money, as you can see here. You can slide in smaller items that might get lost otherwise. So I think the Topeak is a little bit better, but the ATOP Dial of the KOM Cycling saddle roll is a nice plus. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the KOM Cycling saddle roll. What we like about it is the fact that it has a foldable design. So unlike a rigid saddle bag, it can actually compress or expand depending on what you need to carry. The ATOP Dial also makes it very easy to install, so you don't have to mess with Velcro straps, and has an attractive water resistant finish with that diamond plated design. Some of the cons for the saddle rolls, the fact that there are no color options, it's only available in black, and the fact that the inner pockets don't have any hooks or loops like an equivalent toe peak burrito pack would. It's also difficult to see inside the all black pockets. It would have been nice to see a yellow or red accent color on the inside to kind of contrast the all black look. Taking everything into account, we'd give the saddle roll an 8.5 out of 10. It's a nice compact storage solution. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.